All right, we are live. Welcome, John, back to the live stream.
Thank you. Thank you for having me now, finally, 7 minutes late.
Yeah, technical issues. What are you going to do? We don't know what it was. It was one of our computers.
Yeah, don't blame it on me. I'm always blamed for everything when it comes to technical problems.
Well, makes sense.
I do have a lot of technical problems, so yeah. I haven't had one in a while, though, until tonight.
I'm having some issues here, though.
Uh-oh.
Just glitched on me. I think I'm back, though. All right, I should be back. Okay, so welcome everyone to the Monday Night live stream. We have no topic as always, which is why it's Monday Night Raw. It's going to be raw and no lube. We talk about whatever. Keep it PG though. Come on, John.
Well, you know me better than that. Come on, man.
So
People are saying that your volume is low. You're
oh, it is. It
perfectly.
is.
Last
Sorry,
time you turned the volume up, though,
I restarted my computer and I didn't turn the volume back up.
that's when we cut out. Last time you turned your audio up.
All right, we're good now. We're good.
This is a professional operation here, folks.
I know, absolutely. See, this is all happening because I streamed with StreamYards on Saturday, and this is why I hate StreamYards because I have to change
Okay.
all my settings from OBS and Skype to StreamYard. But it's worth it. It's worth it. It was a fun live stream, and you popped on there over at Fish Room Fever with his big announcement for the Tennessee meetup,
Yeah, that's
October
very cool.
3rd. And I
I'm
think
definitely
you and
excited.
Lisa are committed.
As far as I know, yeah. I mean, the word committed is such a strong word, but yes, we intend to go for sure.
I know I did miss a 99-cent super chat from the Fish Tank Barn, dropping the turd, and we're starting early with these. Here's Bob Kaler. Thank you, thank you.
That's become a thing lately.
I know, it's a movement. I started it.
That's funny.
Well, I don't know if I started it, but it started on my stream, so I'll take credit either way. John Larson says, yes, Saturday had a great show. Yeah, I always like it when we just talk about whatever. You know, try to keep it centered around fish, but sometimes we go in other directions.
That's why you asked me, so what do you want to talk about? I said, anything but fish.
Anything but fish.
And people know that about me. I mean, but of course I love fish, but you spend all day long, every day, completely obsessing over them. You know, you finally get the chance to talk to another adult human being.
And it's
Like
about
the
fish.
last thing. Yeah, exactly.
So speaking of fish, how are your goldfish doing? The light's off. I don't like it.
Yeah, the light's not off for a reason other than I didn't turn it on. They're doing great. They're doing fantastic. As a matter of fact, it's probably a good thing that I don't have the light on. I think I got some algae going right there because it's so close to the door. But so it probably would have been embarrassing if I turned that light on anyway. But no, that's something I completely overlooked. Did not turn the light on there.
Yeah, it's very dark. Very dark.
Well, you can still kind of see them. It's going to get even darker too because it's still daylight here, which I'm not used to. I'm not used to streaming while it's daylight outside. It's weird.
It's nice, huh?
Yeah.
So Candy says, are you saying Lisa isn't an adult?
Well, Candy knows what I mean. Another adult, a friend. Come on. Why's Candy always trying to give me a hard time?
I think everyone is. You're in the same boat as me. Everyone loves to give us crap nonstop all
It's
day long.
it really is. It's nonstop, and it's starting to hurt my feelings. If I'm being honest with you.
Oh, come on. Don't be that
I'm
guy.
joking. I'm not that guy. You know I'm being silly. You
It's a
got to do better
symbol
than
of
that to hurt
love.
my feelings.
It'd be more concerning if they weren't giving you crap. That means they don't like you anymore.
That is true. Very true.
All right, so I'm going to do something. I'm going to get it right out of the way. Quick. And I'm giving away another $25 gift card, and I didn't announce this to anyone, to Aquarium Co-op. This is just a random giveaway, and people have already entered. If you haven't entered, you should pay attention because this is going to be happening a lot more lately. I am giving away the $25 gift card. I'm picking a random comment from the video I released this weekend, and I'm doing it right now. You can see it right here on the screen, maybe. So, let that be a lesson to people that didn't comment on my video. We are going to start raffle and pick a random winner. And the winner is me.
See, I can't see it. Did it really pick you?
It did. It picked me. It picked my pinned comment.
That is so funny. How about that? Wow, congratulations.
Yes. Free giveaway. All right.
That is so exciting.
All right. All right. So I did not expect that. I will give everyone that's here like 20 minutes to go comment on that video. And at 5:30, so 17 minutes, I'll pick another winner. Boy, did that backfire.
That's so funny. We're so behind, like the delay. It must be like 10, 15 seconds or something like that. So I'm actually seeing that happen right now on the screen. It's kind of funny.
Oh, man. It's the last video that came out a couple days ago, Flynn. I'm not sure. It's got really high retention rate, but low views. So the people that are watching it for a while, at least.
Was that the one where you went to the guy's house?
Yeah, I went back to my buddy's house.
Yeah, I watched it. I did not comment on it though. I don't comment on a lot of videos.
Yeah, me neither. It's kind of autoplay in the background though while I'm doing other stuff. Same with live streams.
Yeah, I mean, I try not. I mean, sometimes I will. I'll comment on yours because it's you. But when I comment on people's live streams, things like Saturday night happen. So I try to not do that.
What do you regret it?
No, not at all. It was a lot of fun. But I'm sitting out literally in my driveway. I put a picnic table out there because we don't have a deck or anything in the backyard. And so I'd be out there sitting in the dog poop, basically. So I put a picnic table in my driveway, and I'm sitting out there with my laptop just messing around. I was writing scripts and stuff like that, and then I heard you call me out like that. I was like, oh, man, come on. Now I got to go back in the house and set everything up and make sure I comb my hair, But it was fun. I mean, I enjoyed myself once I got on there. But that wouldn't have happened, and I would have enjoyed the rest of the evening sitting in my driveway if I had just kept my mouth shut.
Well, we have another 99-cent super chat from Dude Fish, the Dude Abides. Great movie. And Fish Room Fever. I missed that one as well, so thank you.
Yeah, and let me do something here real quick, Bob, because, I have a reputation to uphold here. And I was talking with you, I don't know, a few days ago, after you had James on as a guest, and you said that you got 6 new members while he was on your stream, and I thought, I got to do better than that. I mean, I feel like I need to do better than that. So listen, folks, I'm going to encourage you, if you're watching this stream right now and you enjoy Bob's content, of course you do, because it's a lot of fun, consider clicking that button down below us that says join. And look at all of the beautiful things that you're going to get by becoming a member of his channel. And let's see if we can get 10 members tonight to sign up to Bob's channel membership team. How about that?
Anyways, you're crazy. Thank you.
Help me to feel better about myself by getting Bob 10 new members tonight.
No, actually, I got, Aliska says Bob probably lost another 6 as well. They come and go. It's all good. I did get one off streams. Well, somebody re-subscribed, so that was cool during the week.
That still counts.
Bob found a brand new unused 48-inch Fluval 2.0 for $75. Mike, that's a pretty good deal. I personally like the 2.0 better than the 3.0 because it's just a little bit brighter, but they're both really good. Jamie says, I'm a member to both your channels. Jamie McDonald is my oldest member, oldest current running, not age-wise, but length-wise.
Yeah, my first member, and I believe she's still a member, is Nisi. I believe she's still a member. I'm not 100% sure.
Jamie says, I used to be Bob's longest member. I'm pretty sure you still are, buddy. Am I going to be doing the drawing again? Yes, I'll do it again at 5:30. You got 13 minutes. It'll remove duplicate comments, so don't comment 100 times. It won't increase your odds. And it's just for a $25 giveaway. And I'm not saying I'm going to be doing this every week, but I'm going to be doing it maybe a couple times a month, just to try to bribe you guys into commenting. Bentley Pasco is here. When I tried, he's not going to want to hear this, but when I did the test run on the comment picker before the stream, Bentley won.
Oh, man, you can't tell him that.
Bentley says the margin of brightness is negligible compared to the ease of control. Yes. So I don't do any of the Bluetooth stuff. I don't do anything. All of my lights are set up on timers. So it's on off. So that's why I like the 2.0 better. That's strictly it. For most everyone else, the 3.0 is going to be better. Absolutely.
I have a 3.0 actually on that tank right there, but I never had a 2.0, so I can't even speak to that.
Well, there you go. It's just a little bit. It's not even like, if I didn't know there was a difference, I probably wouldn't even care. I would say the 3.0 is better. So it's just one of those deals. Like, I know that it's probably got like 0.7 higher par, but it's still higher regardless. What else we got going on here? Somebody asked how much is a membership. It's $5. The perks are pretty bad right now, though. I gotta be honest. I'm my best salesman, so.
Yeah. I've gotten lucky because Lisa has kind of taken over our membership game, and I mean, she's fired up about it. So it's very cool. It takes a lot of load off of me, and so yeah, I mean, if you want to join my channel too, you can. But that's that's a huge load off of me. I'm excited, and she's got a lot of plans for it. So she's available if you want to hire her to maybe handle yours.
Well, I can pay her $5 a month. I believe she's a member on my channel, so it evens out.
Wow, give her a free membership. That's worth it.
Mr. Zen with the $20 super chat. Thank you, my friend. Always enjoy the Zens. Just because, he says, just because. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Become a member. Bob needs all the help he can get. Maybe.
I keep doing that. I'm sorry. I'm going to shut up.
I didn't even know what did you say? I didn't hear.
No, I was trying to say something and I kept stepping over top of you. I'm sorry. This is what happens when you can't see each other.
This is true. John actually cannot see me on Skype, so it makes it a little bit more difficult.
It's why I hate talking on cell phones too.
I just hate talking on cell phones because I hate talking to people.
Well, over electronic communications, yes, so do I. I do too. But face to face, I love talking to people. But yeah, it's challenging when you're using technology. Do
you currently have any current LED lights on any of your aquariums?
Me? Yes, I do. I've got 4.
So HEPA Aquatics says, John, what are your thoughts on the current USA on your 300?
I love them. I mean, it's not on the 300 anymore. It's kind of a long story about that. When I got those originally, they were on the 360. Don't neglect those extra 60 gallons. They were on there and they looked really, really good, but they just weren't bright enough for me. For that tank, you got to understand, that tank is 2 feet wider than those lights. They were 6 foot lights with an 8-foot tank, and it just wasn't enough. And plus the tank is 3 feet deep. So it's not the light's fault. It's that the lights are too small for that particular setup. So I moved those over to my 240 and they're fantastic on that because it's a 6-foot tank and it's only 20 inches deep or 24 inches deep. But then we've also got the orbit system on Lisa's discus tank, and another one that's just amazing. I love them. So they're really, really good. I'm a big fan of Current. I'm also not very picky. I'm a big fan of a lot of things that, I'm easy to please, I guess.
So I gotta be honest, I have kind of a negative experience with Current, but to be fair, I haven't used any Current lights in about 3 years because of it. So I haven't tried any of their newer lights, but you go back like 3-4 years, their lights were insanely overpriced and very dull. So I probably need to give them another shot. Whereas on the other hand, 3 or 4 years ago, Phoenix lights were really good, and now I think Phoenix is awful. So maybe Current has stepped up their game. Hopefully, maybe I should give them a try. I don't know.
I've been happy with them. I mean, they've been fine for me. The only issue that I've had with them, and it's not the light's fault, is I got the Serene system, which has the LED light bar that mounts to the back of your tank, and they keep falling off. And I don't know.
How do they attach?
Well, they come with these little brackets that connect to the back of the tank with 3M tape.
Oh, well, duh.
Well, but that stuff's usually super strong. I mean, but I think it might be the material that I actually stuck it to. Because maybe it's supposed to be stuck to the glass, and I put it on the aluminum frame because my glass is painted, and I thought maybe that might not be as good of a thing to adhere tape to. So it might be, that's why I'm saying it. I don't know that it's Current's fault that that's happening, but they just keep falling off. And it also could be the cat could be knocking them off. So it might not be.
That double stick tape never lasts, especially if you start putting it around water. Someone didn't think that one out very well.
But the thing is, this light, it's like a 5-foot long light bar that I swear weighs nothing. I mean, you hold it, it's like you're not holding anything. It's like air. So it should be able to hold, but I don't know.
Anyways, we got a $2 thumbs up from Mr. Zen. It says, hit the thumbs up, please. Death by Fish Tank says, keep doing your thing, guys. $2 super chat. And Fantastic Freak says, hi, everyone from the state of Iowa. Hello.
Iowa.
I got a question up here.
Slipknot country.
Mattman says, what's the best way to combat algae in a planet tank? Mattman, it's completely dependent on what type of algae you have. So you got to figure out what kind of algae you're having, or what kind of algae you have, and then you can try to combat it. Different types of algae are caused for different reasons. Not enough light, too much light, not enough nutrients, too many nutrients. So you really got to narrow it down to the type of algae, and then you can come up with a plan of attack. For whatever reason, Lisa with the $25 super chat. Here's some of John's money for you, Bob.
Giving away my money. I tell you what.
Well, now I'll pay her $25 a month to run my member section.
Yeah, she'll do it for however much she's paying you.
Mike says, Bob, you and Bentley need to do a live stream on all the cheap LED lights you guys have used and which ones are best. Being I know you guys have a lot of lighting. We would the interesting thing about me and Bentley doing a lighting review is that I would be like, this one sucks, and that would be the end of my review. Whereas Bentley would be like, well, this one's 8.9 par and 20 inches from the surface and this, that. He would go in like so many different specific details, and it'd be my turn. I'd be like, yeah, it sucked. I don't like it. But I definitely have lots and lots and lots of cheap LED lights. And I have one recently that I've been needing to do a review on. Just one of the many things I need to do. Carrie Yellen with a $20 super chat for stalking the Steenfott's Rainbow Ranch. Oh man, I've not spent any time on Aquabid in the last week just for that reason. There's some really rare fish there and really expensive.
I've watched like $80 worth of super chats come through and not one new member. My feelings are hurt. My pride is hurt right now.
Well, I will tell you all, thank you very much. You don't need to do either, but it's obviously appreciated. Mickham Malawi plus Tanganyikans have dropped a lot in the hobby over here in the last 10 years. Same in the U.S. I don't know where over here is. People here try saltwater escaping, shrimps, nano tanks, but also fewer people buy large tanks, I guess. I think it depends on where you are. I think cichlids over where you are definitely way more popular than where I am.
What, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it. I've been saying it for a while now. I think that the wave of African cichlids has kind of gone down a little bit over the last year or so. It has been the decline of cichlids and the rise of nano fish, community fish, which they've always been popular. But you understand what I'm saying? It's like that's kind of the wave right now. Live bears and of course betas and stuff like that. But yeah, it seems like there's like a downturn on African cichlids particularly, but Shelleys are actually, still pretty popular. But of course, you still see mixed tanks and stuff like that in the big box stores around here.
I think also, you don't see very many African cichlid channels anymore. I think if you went back like 4 or 5 years ago, it seemed like every single fish channel was doing African cichlids. And you just don't see very much anymore.
Well, and yeah, maybe it's our fault. Maybe it's our fault that they're not as popular. But I mean, they're still fine. I don't think that the farms are going out of business. In fact, I know one that's still doing very well. But I don't know. It just seems like if you've been in this hobby for any length of time, it's whatever. There's something that's popular right now. And a year from now, it's probably going to be something else. And it just always happens that way.
Well, for me, my fish keeping journey has always been up and down. So 2 years of planted rainbow tanks, and then I'll switch to African cichlids, and then I switch back. I'm always going back and forth. But I'm growing out some African cichlids right now. And I think it's just it's a great thing about this hobby. If you're tired of something, you can just go on to something else. And
there's always something else.
It's kind of what I do. Every couple years, I kind of switch things up. I always keep my rainbow fish, but it's always this jump from planted tanks to African cichlid where I get tired. See, the problem is I get tired of trimming all these plants and doing all the fertilization, the dry ferts, all this stuff. And so I just rip everything out, throw in a stack of rocks and throw in some Africans, get some nice colorful fish. And I'm like, yeah, this is way easier. And then after a year, I'm like, I kind of want to try plants again.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I've gone through waves where you could not give me community type fish. Your rasboras and your tetras and barbs and things like that. Those would be feeder fish as far as I'm concerned. But now they're some of my absolute favorite. So it's weird. It's weird how that happens. Monster fish are what brought me into this hobby. So I've kind of always had that. That's always kind of been my thing. But yeah, the secondary fish for me, it varies. Right now, it's kind of a little bit of everything. But yeah, I mean, and that's what's funny is because like you were just saying, I actually built my channel on African cichlids. So weird.
Well, it's like my buddy in my last video. He was like, I've always wanted large fish. But now that I see, and I brought him all the tetras and the schooling fish, he's like, now I don't want large fish. I like the schooling fish. They're actually way more fun. They're my favorite.
Yep.
That's always been my view.
For the longest time, I wouldn't even walk through the area of a fish store that had community fish. That's how lack of interest. I had no interest in those at all. I just wanted to go straight for the big cichlids and the big oddballs and things like that. But now I absolutely love them. And it takes me forever to walk through a fish store because I got to look in every single tank.
All right. So we got a new member, Carrie Yellen. Welcome to the Steenfott Shoal. I appreciate it. It means a lot. Thank you. There's some member stuff only you can check out if you want. Although now it's all public. Basically what I do with my members is they always get a first behind the scenes, first look at everything I get new. So they'll know fish I get before videos come out, things like that. But I haven't got any new fish lately, so there's really nothing new. But Anyways, thanks for being a member. HEPA Aquatics with the $7 Canadian says, between Bentley and Corey, details matters. Yep, I agree. I'm just not one of those types of people, I guess. Not saying it's bad. It's definitely better than just saying, oh, this sucks. Like, that's not good. When people, if I was to like search for something that I was interested in and it was a video of a guy saying this sucks, I'd be like, well, that doesn't tell me anything. But then again, I am the guy that would be like, that sucks. That's probably why I don't get any sponsors. That sucks.
I was going to say, yeah, you're really kind of honing in on that sponsorship game.
I know, I'm really good at it. Really, really good at it. I've always been anti, because I want to say what I want to say when I want to say it. I don't want to have to worry about, oh, am I going to lose a sponsor if I say this? Not that that's ever like relevant in the fish community. We're not really controversial, but still, you know what I mean.
Well, that's why you don't even entertain the idea unless it's a company that you know you like. You know, I mean, that's how I do it anyway. Because I agree. I don't want to sell my opinion. You know, I mean, if I'm using a product or something like that, and then somebody wants to sponsor, it's like, okay, well, that makes sense because I already believe in what you're doing. But you know, I get the emails all the time, and I'm sure you do too. You know, hey, we'd love to pay you to say good things about this and about that, and I'm like, but I don't like it. So I have no interest in that.
I pretty much only get the random stuff. Like a month ago, I showed that I got people wanted to send me summer dresses. You remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
We love your channel. Have some summer dresses and give us a review. Like, what?
You must.
What about
really
me says summer dresses? Must be my breast size. I don't know.
I got one. As a matter of fact, 3 from a company that wants me to design my own jewelry line and sell it on my YouTube channel. And I was like, delete. And then like they sent me emails like 3 days in a row, like, we really, really want you to do this. I'm like, what? Lisa's not interested in jewelry. I'm what? I don't even know. That's just one of those dumb things where they just look at numbers and send you emails based on numbers. I've never had a fish company do that.
It is time for the drawing. I forgot about it. So hold on a second.
Oh man, I didn't go comment on the video. Dang it.
Wait a minute. I don't think it's right. It's still saying there's only 26 comments. Hold on. Unless nobody commented on it, but I find that hard to believe.
Talk about hurting your pride.
You gotta have some for it to be hurt. Okay, hold on here. This can't be right. We're gonna make some upgrades to lighting, which you've already done, right? You're having some issues with the other lights. Yeah. We might have to give it some time because it's still saying there's only 26 comments. And there's 57. So it's already set up. You should hit the test mode on there. Let me try different.
Oh, so you're saying the random comment picker only says 26?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's not going to work.
I say just give it to Bentley. I mean, hey, fair is fair.
So pretty cool.
Come on.
How do your boys like the change? They love it. Could not retrieve comments. What in the world is going on here?
Oh, man. And I'm the one with the technical issues.
Yeah, what do you do?
It just comes with me, man. I'm sorry.
Anything goes. Allow duplicates. No. Okay, here we go. I'll put this over on the screen here. And pick a winner. UPSer living the dream.
How about that?
Wow. Comment, I completely feel his pain having to use a stepladder to get into his aquarium. Being short definitely has pros and cons. That little yo-yo looking out of the car window was cute. Love my Fluval 3.0 and it saved many of my plans from the brink of melting away. Great video as always, Bob. Well, there you go. Katie's living the dream, I should say. Katie's living the dream. $25 aquarium co-op gift card.
That's a good get right there.
Yeah. Yep. Where's Katie? I think she's here. Yep. Right. Bentley becoming a member to the Steenfott Shoal. Thank you, Bentley. I appreciate it. I feel, honestly, I don't know if you feel this way, but I always feel guilty when YouTubers become members because I can't afford to be a member to every other YouTuber. Does that make sense?
I have a lot of YouTubers that are members, and it doesn't make me feel bad at all.
Well, to me, it's like, because, I wish I could be a member to everyone.
Well, yeah, there is that, sure. But that's the problem for everyone, though, isn't it? I mean, unless you're Corey, you're not going to be able to do all that. I shouldn't have said that. That was mean. But, unless you have his money, none of us can do that. Just subscribe to everybody. Good Lord. There's 2,000 channels probably. About
someday
fish.
When I'm a YouTube millionaire, I will subscribe to everyone.
We can all dream, and I will hold you to that. Although you are a member of my channel, aren't you?
I'm a member of your channels because you were picking on me and I got bullied, and then I'm a member of Jimmy's channel because Jimmy is awesome.
Nice. Yeah, Jimmy is awesome. I haven't remembered to subscribe to his yet.
Actually, I don't know if I'm still a member on your channel because I was the cheap member and then you canceled the cheap members.
But I know you signed back up again, though, because I remember breaking your balls about it. And then you were like, oh, but I'm going to do it live on one of the streams. So.
That sounds like me. I probably did it out of spite.
Yeah, I remember you doing it for sure.
That makes sense. Dan's Fish is here. What's up, buddy? Anyone out here with a 3D printer or something that can make a Steenfott Aquatics bobblehead or figure out... Don't put a bobblehead me on a summer dress. Don't do it.
That would be amazing.
He says he would pay for someone to put a bobblehead of me on a summer dress. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
I mean, it's amazingbobbleheads.com. They'll make you whatever you want. The challenge, though, is you need to have... If you want it to look really good, you need to have different angles of the person's face. And then they put it all in the software and they get the model out of it. So like you need the back of their head, the side views, the front views. So if you can get Bob to send you those photos, I would proudly display that bobblehead right here.
You better give me bobble hips too. Boop, 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 if I'm in a summer dress.
I've said it so many times and Lisa won't let me do it. I want to get bobbleheads made of like you and Corey and Rack. There'd be so many fun ones. Like
that's because you like us. I don't think she actually likes us.
Well, she might not. Yeah, I think she likes Corey. And
if she liked us, she would let you do bobbleheads of us. She's like, I don't want to look at that dude. His head's big enough already.
I think it's just more like awkward. Like she would think it would be awkward if we would do that. And I'm like, what are you crazy? That would be hilarious. It'd be so much fun.
I think it would be cool. I mean, if it was something that you displayed in like a live stream, like as like background, like your little whatever those things are, I can't see because it's too dark.
Yeah, sorry about that.
But I think it'd be cool to see us all, and then you got to be able to make them bobble though while you're live streaming.
Yeah, that's yeah, we'll work on that. We'll see. I mean, they have like bodybuilder ones, like so I could get one of those for Zenzo, and we could have so much fun with that. But she won't let me do it. I didn't say you couldn't do it. I just said it would be weird. Yeah.
Probably add up pretty quick too. I don't know how much they are, but
I mean, depending on how far you go with it, because there's like all the little extras and little things that you can add. Like you can add tattoos and stuff. You can spend like $100. Mine.
Wow.
Lisa's was, I think, I don't even remember. I think it was like 120 for hers.
It's all
so
in
they're not cheap.
It's all in the hips. Matthew Vargas says, Bob, I just ordered 2 bags of the Red Eco Complete that you like. That is my all-time favorite substrate. Danny is here. Danny, I think I'm going to come up and put those corridors in your pond this week sometime. It's supposed to be sunny. I can't wait anymore. It's June and I still don't have fish in the ponds. I can't wait. I didn't say you couldn't do it. Okay, thanks. I want something bigger. I have cherry barbs. I don't know what that means. Steenfott, please bobble your hips one more time and say doop doop do. No. No one's throwing dollar bills at me, so I'm not shaking my hips. Hepa Aquatics says, "Hi Bob, can you please say something about your backdrop? I'm interested in audio stuff. It is a picture. I am on a green screen, so this is not my room. This is probably why people think I'm rich, though. So I should probably not use this picture anymore."
Or you could just go even farther with it and get make it look like you're in the middle of this giant,
I did
hall.
download a picture of where the background was like this giant mansion in this room.
Have the front quarter panel of a Lambo off to the corner. It'd be so perfect. You could have so much fun with that.
Although Hepa Aquatics, I will say that I do have a very strong audio background. Pretty much like the first 10 years of my professional career were in audio.
You were one of those car stereo nerds, weren't you?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Lord.
And I won my fair share of contests, too.
Yeah, I do have to give you this, though, because I do a lot of green screen work, if you haven't figured that out. And whatever software you're using is doing it right, because that looks really good. It has everybody fooled. I mean, it looks like you're sitting in that room. So
it takes a little bit of time. It's not perfect. I can see all the imperfections, but
I mean, your chair looks weird, but
that's because the chair is green, so it doesn't help.
But everything else, it looks absolutely seamless. I mean, it looks really good. So you did a good job.
Curtis says, "Steenfott hat, cough, cough. I'm still waiting on Matthew Vargas. I'm telling you. He gave me renderings of the hat a year ago, and they looked amazing. And still haven't got anything, so I don't know. I don't know where we're at. It's not something I'm bothering him or even asking him about, because he's doing it on his own free time. So if it takes 5 years, it takes 5 years. If it's done tomorrow, it's done tomorrow." Zen Ginger with the $5 super chat. Curtis Schindler with the 99 cent, and Boss Hog with the an actual dollar. All right, haven't seen that in a while. I don't know that I want to shake my hips though. Just saying. Danny says, "Bring them before this weekend because it's rain again." Yeah, it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I'm thinking maybe Wednesday or Thursday. Unless it's sunny tomorrow, then tomorrow. And she has the 300-gallon pond, and I get to pick what fish are in there. So I bought 40 or 50 Corridoras a couple weeks ago, and so those are going in there, and then yellow rainbow fish are also going in.
Fun. I mean, you're going to put the Cory cats in there, and then you'll never see them.
Well, that's why I got 50 of them, and it is a 300-gallon pond, and it is black, so I'll still probably never see them. But the idea is for them to spawn, and then when we drain it in the fall, there'll be maybe 500 of them in there. I don't know.
Nice.
All I gotta say is we better have a long summer. Our summer better go into November at this point, because it's June and it's still 40 degrees out at night. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's not that bad here, but it's definitely not feeling like June. I mean, I still haven't had to put long pants on, so that's good.
But put a bunch of trophies in the background, Bob. Yeah, I used to have a trophy in the background. For one stream, I had this trophy right here.
Was it mine?
Streamer of the Year. It is my Dundee.
Nice.
It's a Dundee. I got it from Michael Scott. True story. Have you watched Space Force yet? Speaking of Michael Scott,
I have not, but I'm a huge Steve Carell and John Malkovich fan, so I will.
It's decent. It's decent.
You know what I started watching today, and I'm not all that excited about finishing it, and I'm really disappointed about it, is the movie Rocket Man.
Oh, I probably won't watch it.
I'm a huge Elton John fan. I just wasn't I'm going to tell you why. I'm not spoiling anything. But it's not your normal origin story of a musician. Like if you watched Bohemian Rhapsody and stuff like that. It's it tells his story, but every once in a while they'll break out into song. There'll be like a scene, and then he'll start singing Tiny Dancer or something, and it kind of goes along with the movie. It's really
Hold me
weird.
closer, Tiny. I generally do not like musician movies. Anyway, I don't even know. Is that the genre? Whatever it's called. I don't know.
I think there is a name for it. I don't know. But yeah.
You know what you should watch? And I'm not going to spend too much time talking about movies because I know people hate that. But have you watched The Wrong Missy yet?
No.
Oh my gosh. It is hilarious. It's on Netflix.
What is that?
It has David Spade in it.
Oh, and Nick Swartzen, that one. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I have not seen that
It
yet.
took, 30 years, but he finally did something funny without Chris Farley. It is, I've watched it like 3 times now. It is really funny.
Joe Dirt was pretty funny.
Huh?
Joe Dirt was pretty funny.
Oh, see, I've never seen that one, so.
There's a lot of David Spade haters out there. I'm not a David Spade hater. I like him.
I don't hate him. I just don't think he's very funny.
Oh, okay.
Like, he tries to be a comedian, but he's just not. Anyways, I think, yep, $5 super chat from Eric Furlow. What a great day. I bought a new truck. Awesome. Finally bought a new truck, and now a live stream with 2 of his favorites. Thank you, Eric, and congratulations on the new truck. I'm hoping to get one myself.
Kind of truck it is.
What?
I need to know what kind of truck it is.
I know. I was kind of curious myself. Ford, Dodge, Toyota.
I'm gonna guess Toyota Tundra. That's my guess. It's a pretty nice truck.
I'm gonna guess the Tesla truck. I finished The Wrong Missy about an hour ago, says Fish from Fever. Oh, it's so funny. It's so funny.
Another one is Benchwarmers. I mean, come on. If you didn't think Benchwarmers was funny, then I don't know what's wrong with you.
Well, he also wasn't like a main character, so I don't really consider that like a David Spade movie.
Okay. That's fine. Give you that.
What else? Let's get back to Fish. Bob likes 8 Mile. I've never seen it. Sounds as boring as a fish tuber live stream. Yep. Knew that was coming from Lumpy Dog. Good to see you, buddy.
8 Mile is a good movie.
Flynn, you don't even know who Elton John is. Flynn, what did you say, Flynn? He probably
Isn't
doesn't
Flynn
know.
like 14? He doesn't know who Elton John is. Come on.
Oh, here's something. I don't have a 20-gallon tank. Someone gave me a 10-gallon tank with 2 RAM, and I don't have room for a 20-gallon tank. I put live plants in the tank, so is that okay? Love the Rams. I don't want to get them out. So, anyways, it sounds like somebody told you needed a 20-gallon tank. You have 2 Rams and a 10-gallon tank, and it's planted. As long as they have like their own territories, it should be fine. And it might even be male and female, which you'd be fine unless they start spawning. But yeah, I would just watch them, make sure they're not fighting, make sure there's like line of sight breaks, so like wood, rocks, things like that, so they can each have their own territory. It should be all right.
Yep, I would agree. Somebody got it into his head that he needs a 20-gallon, and now he feels like he's doing the wrong thing. But no, 10-gallon, just those 2 fish, you're fine. Those are tiny.
Aliska says, okay, guys, I'm disappointed. 40 minutes in and no fight. And yes, The Wrong Missy was good. It is. You should watch it. You should watch it.
I mean, let's fight about something. You want to fight about David Spade? You want to fight about Rob Schneider? That seems to be one that people like to fight about.
I like Rob Schneider. He makes interesting movies that I really don't like, but I like him as a person.
I'm a fan of him. I mean, Deuce Bigalow, give me a break. That's a great movie.
Yeah.
He was really good in Benchwarmers. He's good in all the Sandler movies. I mean, I'm a fan of Rob Schneider.
I'm a fan of Rob Schneider. Deuce Bigalow is the exception. I'm a fan of Rob Schneider when he's not the main actor. He's a good supporting character. Eric Furlow got a Nissan Titan. I don't have your Tesla money, Bob. Yeah. Well, they're only $100 right now.
Yeah.
A super chat from Flynn. $2 to seeing all of Tiny Dancer. I don't want to lose that many subscribers, Flynn, but thanks. Can you put Australian rainbows in an African cichlid tank? I would say absolutely. I can almost guarantee you there's people doing that. Make sure they're size appropriate though, otherwise they're gonna be food. But it shouldn't be a problem.
I've never had Australian rainbows, so I can't even talk about that.
Hey, KG Tropicals. Look like you've got a lot of room at the back of you, in the back of you, behind you, something. More tanks. What's going on? You do have a lot of room back there.
Yeah, plenty of room. And there's going to be a 360-gallon tank over there someday. I just don't know when that is. I'd like to think that it would. I mean, I really do strongly feel that if there had been no pandemic, I think it would be down here already. But when this whole thing happened, it was just kind of like, all right, well, we'll put it on the back burner and figure it out when we can, when the neighbors aren't going to look at us funny if we've got 5 cars parked in the driveway again. So, because it's going to take a lot of people. So, yeah.
Okay, we have a question. We have a question. Which is better, John's iPhone or Bob's flip phone?
What a dumb question.
I know. Flip phone all the way. Blue, blue.
Whatever.
Can't go wrong with a flip phone.
I bet you the divorce rate would be a lot lower if there were only flip phones.
Oh, I'm sure. And if there was no social media.
Yep.
Facebook kills relationships. That's a fact. It's a fact,
I've said
Jack.
it a million times. Facebook is the devil. In fact, I just had a conversation about that with Lisa today, 2 hours ago.
Uh-oh, did you see hers in my conversation?
No, but I'd like to now.
Okay.
But no, she was actually telling me about just somebody that she knows that is like on Facebook all night long and then sleeps all day and lets her 2- and 5-year-old kids run around and stuff. And it's like, yeah, okay, that's what I'm saying. Facebook is the devil. It's terrible. So that's
yeah, I try to disconnect and get as far away from Facebook, besides like sharing stuff in groups and stuff, talking to people on and off. I'm terrible at responding to messages though. Absolutely terrible.
The Messenger is really all I use, and I feel guilty about it. I do share my videos sometimes on Tank Talk, and I'm too, I don't even know how to explain it. I'm almost afraid of Facebook. I'm afraid.
There's too many angry people on Facebook.
That's it. And there's too many people that get angry over things that they shouldn't get angry over.
That's true.
Because I get messages all the time of people, and they're like, people are harassing me in your Facebook group. And I'll go and I'll look at it, and they're not harassing them at all. I'm fighting off a sneeze here. They're not harassing them at all. They're just like saying, hey, you might not want to do that in your aquarium. That's not harassment. It happens all the time. And so I don't know. I just stay away from it. It's just, and I feel like my life is better because of that.
Yeah. You know what? Twitter was really toxic, so I deleted Twitter. Twitter was insanely toxic, and I'm very... If it wasn't for YouTube, I would have deleted Facebook so long ago. So long ago. But it's kind of a necessity for YouTubers.
I mean, it is, and I like having Messenger so that I'm not giving every single person in the world my phone number. Which I wouldn't do that anyway. So I would just have no communication with anybody if I didn't have Messenger. But I like it for that, but I just have to stay away from the main Facebook thing. And it's not even the fish groups as much as it is everything else. It's too much.
Sorry, I'm back. Dog stuff to deal with.
I know how it is.
Yeah, my dog finally learned, my new dog, that outside is a place... Oh, not finally. It only took him like a week. But that he needs to go outside to poop and not poop in the house. So he learned that about a week. But he still hasn't really learned how to tell me that he needs to go outside. So he'll sit... He's now sitting by the door. But, like, I'm in here, so I can't see that he's sitting by the door. So he's finally figured out to scratch on the door, so now I can hear him. But
Nice.
Before that, like, I had the door open and the screen door closed, and he had to go. Right through the screen door he went. Just ripped the whole thing down.
It's like, hey, I tried to warn you.
He's like, how long do I got to sit here? No one's paying attention. I'm just going to go. And right through the screen he went.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But he came back, so that's good. Because I don't have a fenced yard, so that could have been trouble.
Well, yeah, with a new dog, that's scary.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I'm pretty good at training him not to leave the yard, so he knew. So I was proud of him about that. Not happy that I have to replace the screen door, but
I've had one too many dogs hit by a car, so I do not want that again.
Oh, I couldn't even imagine. They can be angry all they want. They are just angry with themselves. I just ignore it. Must be talking about angry Facebook people. I don't know. Now I'm way behind on comments. I don't remember what we were talking about. Danny says, I keep angels, rainbow fish, and Colombian tetras in my community tank. Great trio. Yep, there is a tour of all her tanks and her amazingly small fish room on my channel somewhere. Bob's Instagram as requested. Thanks. Linking my Instagram. And Brandon guy says, all right, guys, got to go. Thanks for the live stream, Bob and John. Thank you, buddy. And I think I'm about caught up. Looks like Flip Phone is the winner, though. Of course, we knew that was going to be the case.
Yeah, I upgraded my phone a couple of months ago and broke the screen within like 3 weeks of getting it. I'm not very happy about that.
Yeah, I got the I got the Note 9 is my real phone, and I didn't notice. I didn't know at all, but there's a little crack in the screen, and I was doing underwater because it can go underwater.
Ooh.
And I'm trying to use the touchscreen. I'm like, this is supposed to be an underwater camera. It's supposed to be waterproof, but nothing's working.
Oh no.
But I did the whole put it in rice, dry it out, and it works again. But yeah, luckily I just saw that crack.
Yeah, mine happened on the night that we had to take the cat to the vet at 3 o'clock in the morning. Or we got home at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was getting out, and I had my phone in my lap, not realizing it. And when I got out, it fell, and I didn't have a screen or a case on it. I just had one of those little D brand skins, which actually looked really good, but yeah, they don't do very well for protecting the glass screen. So.
Oh, but it looked good.
But now I have the actual case on it now, and it's not terrible. You probably can't even see it. I don't know if it would come up on. And see, I can't see.
I can see it a little bit.
It's like right here, and then it goes all the way across. So you have to swipe up to open it up, and I can feel it, but it's not like sharp or anything. But it's fully functional. So, and with the whole pandemic thing, I just haven't taken it to get it replaced, get the screen replaced or whatever.
This is the first smartphone I got since the S3, I think. So I went from an S3 to the Note 9. And I probably won't get another one until this thing doesn't physically turn on anymore. I am so anti-smartphones. I hate them. I hate everything about them. T-Shot says, I got a pair of orange flash Apistos Friday. Today I noticed the female picked a cave and is very territorial. There's no way they spawned already right. She won't let the male near it. There could be eggs in there. If she's not letting the male be there already, there might be eggs in there.
God lucky.
There's no such thing as too soon. I've had fish spawn like the same day I brought them home. So if they're happy, they're going to go at it. Fish Tank Barn with the $2 super chat says, great stream, guys. Lurking in the background. Katie's living the dream, helping me pay off that $25 gift card that she won with the $3 super chat. Thank you.
I can't tell you how many times in all of my years ordering African cichlids and having African cichlids shipped to me, how many times I got bags of fish with fry in the bags. Like the female was holding when they shipped her, and then she spits in the bag, and so there's a female with like 30 fry in there. More times than I can count, I had that happen.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah. Makes sense.
It's a good thing. When you're a fish breeder, that's a good thing.
Pay like $12 for a fish and end up with 30 of them?
Exactly.
Can't complain. Lumpy Dog says, I finally won the war with green hair algae only to have cyanobacteria outbreak in the same tank. Ooh. This one tank is slowly killing me. Just black it out, man. 3-day blackout. You'll be good to go.
Start from scratch.
Anyone have ideas for tank mates for a 20-gallon long planted Blue Dream shrimp tank? Well, I would go with neon green rasboras or neon blue rasboras. I love rasboras. They're kind of my jam right now besides rainbow fish.
If I'm going to recommend rasboras, it's going to be the Harlequins. I mean, I'm a sucker for those. So,
do you still have
20 gallon? Oh yeah. Yep, absolutely. Every single one of them.
T-Shot says, can I take the cave out and her out and put them in a 10-gallon? I would honestly remove the male before I remove the female and the eggs. If you have an extra tank to put the female and the eggs in, I would remove the male. Apistos can get pretty nasty when they're spawning. I've had males kill the females after the fry are free swimming. I've had females kill the male. I would separate the male. Unless you have other stuff in there that's going to eat the fry. But Frankie Fence says, oh, green rasboras sound dope. That's because they are dope. They are my favorite rasbora of all time, the neon green rasbora.
It's a beautiful fish.
Yeah, they look great in the right lighting too, which is really bright LED lighting. They look great. Candy says, Apisto mamas are good mamas. This is true. This is true. How do you do a 3-day blackout? You pretty much cover the tank with like a blanket or towel, whatever you need that's appropriate size. Make sure the lights don't turn off or turn on if they're on a timer, and just keep it in blackout for 3 days. Pretty simple, and that's, in my opinion, the easiest way to get rid of cyanobacteria. Mickey says, my friend had an Agassiz female spawning in a bag on the way home from an auction. That's a nice score. Nice. For sure. Those are expensive fish. It's a community tank. Wait. T-Shot, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Says it's a community tank. Corey's, Dwarf Gourami, and Cardinal Tetras. Thanks a lot for the info. I mean, you can leave them in there until they're free spawning. The female's going to guard the cave. She's not going to let Corey's in there. Once they're free spawning, free swimming, you can take them out. Or you can take them out now. It's really up to you. Do you guys have Pure Gym or Chemi Blue in your cichlid tanks? I have never used either. Have you?
I have. I've used Purigen, and I guess it works.
I think you have a video on Purigen, don't you? Like from 10 years ago?
Do I? Maybe. I don't think so. But I could.
Maybe I'm thinking of someone else.
I've made 500 and something videos. No, I don't think I've ever done a video specifically about it. But maybe I did. I don't know. But I know I've had it in a couple of videos, like when I'm putting filters together and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things I've put in the tank and everything's fine. So I guess it worked out well. You know, it's what I don't really know how to test whether it's.
Yeah, because the chances are it would have been fine without it.
That's what I'm saying. And every time I've used Purigen, I haven't used it to fix a problem. I've used it from the beginning. So it's like it's always been in there, and yeah, I've replaced it and stuff like that, recharged it, but has it done what it's supposed to do? I guess so, because the tank's always been fine. So
Candy says, I shared one of your videos the other day, John. It was 7 years old. Couldn't believe it.
That's something else. Yeah, that's fun. I mean, I do, this is going to sound really weird, but I do watch my old videos a lot, but it's not what you think. It's not weird. It's usually like I need some footage for something, and so I'm like, I think I remember doing a video, blah, 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 and so I'll just go to YouTube and I'll download that video because I don't have the footage from years ago. So I end up watching a lot of my old videos, and it's interesting. I don't know why my channel grew in the beginning. I really don't.
Cichlids.
Well, yeah, I mean, they were super, super hot at the time, but I certainly wasn't. My video skills certainly weren't, but hey.
So Killer Aquatics, I missed the dollar turd. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate it. It's been a while since someone's crapped on the stream, so thanks.
And I'm pretty sure there's only been like 2 members. It just breaks my heart.
That's still way higher than my average, and I'll never complain.
I'm never going to be able to have James not make fun of me for that.
Yeah, but you got me 6. Like a month and a half ago when you were on.
Okay, well then.
That's the record. It's tied. You guys are tied.
Okay. Well then technically I have 8, so yeah, you're welcome.
That's true. Total. Alfred says, what online pet store has the best Bosemani rainbows? Well, definitely mine, but my website is down right now. Which one's gonna have the best right now? Honestly, I would just go to Get Gills, and I don't go on Get Gills every day, so I don't know what's available right now. But getgills.com. I would see what's over there. There's gonna be all kinds of fish. It's basically like Aquabid, except better, I think.
But not Aquabid.
Yeah, exactly. Mattman B, welcome to the Steenfott show. Thank you, my friend. I will say I do have a video coming out that I filmed this weekend for the members. Again, just a short, like 1-minute video. So it'll come out probably tomorrow. Only because Matthew asked to see my cichlids, so I filmed a short little video of them. Honestly, I'm new to the YouTube stuff, and I'm still trying to watch all the info out there from Corey, John, and DIY. Plus, still informative. Well, whichever. There's definitely lots of information on YouTube. Like anything
More
about
than
anything
you could ever need.
Yep. I mean, YouTube is such an amazing learning tool. You could practically get an entire college education just from YouTube now. Was I watching a video? It wasn't fish related, but I was watching a biology video, and like one of the comments was, my teacher plays this in our the first day of our class, and it was like a college. So I'm like, you're basically paying tuition to watch a YouTube video. Like, I would be, you know how pissed I would be if I paid for college and they just showed YouTube videos. Oh man, I'd be mad.
There is a comment where somebody asked me a question and you missed it.
Go for it.
But maybe you haven't gotten to it yet, because there's also a new member that you haven't welcomed yet. Not trying to tell you how to do your job, but
are you talking about Mattman? Because I just said welcome, Mattman.
Oh, you did? Okay. Well, I wasn't listening because I don't pay attention. But Taylor Lewis asked if she said, saw your interview, your bold interview. I don't know what bold means, but with Eric Triplett, still planning on a koi pond. Yes, I will have one day. Just don't ask me when it's going to be.
I think she misspelled bald. Saw your bald interview.
Could be, but Eric and I are both baldies. But
oh, we all are.
Yeah, we wouldn't know with you, but Eric wears a hat all the time too. But yeah,
I actually burned my head. I got a sunburn on my bald head. So
there is not many things in life that are worse than sunburn on a bald head. It is the worst. So if you just got that today,
it's about 2 days old.
Okay, well then you're past it. Usually the day of
the first day, yeah, it was pretty rough.
That night is but yes, I definitely do want to do a pond. There's so many things, and I've kind of shown my backyard in videos before. My backyard is a wide open canvas. It's almost a perfect square. I don't know how big it is. It's a good size, and I can put a pond anywhere out there. But who knows when it's going to happen. Eric even said
I want extreme. Here. That's what I want.
And see, that's the thing for me. Like I want, if I'm going to do it, I want to go hard on this thing. Like like you're talking about, have one over here and then have a stream that goes over, like completely independent of each other. Like I in a bridge and all that. I want to do the whole thing. So that's why it's going to take so long, because it's going to cost $40,000. But
yeah, I would love. Yeah, I mean, having a stream is just not very practical compared to like a pond. Dig a hole, put water in it. A stream, and then I don't know. I just want a stream. It would be awesome. I don't know how I would make it happen, but I'd want it.
The hard part for that with me is my backyard is perfectly flat. So if I was going to do a stream and actually have it flow from one to the other, I would have to make my own slope, and that's even worse. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, Frankie Fins, exactly my sentiment. I dropped my college classes this semester because all my classes are referring to YouTube videos.
How about that?
Nope. Washing your head after getting a sunburn is the worst.
Try being somebody that shaves their head. Yeah.
Man. You know what works good? Cactus oil. Just throwing that out there.
Works good for what?
Your bald head when it's burned.
Oh.
Feels amazing.
I've only had actual, like, real sunburn. I've gotten some sun on my head all the time. I've got some now. But a real sunburn, the last time it happened to me was at the Florida Keys, which, it was April. So it was like butt cold here. And then we go there and it's 100 degrees. And I was in heaven. And the first day just got pummeled. And I was an idiot. I'm out there in a kayak with nothing on my head, like a moron. And I was having the fever shivers, from the sunburn. Like, I woke up in the middle of the night feeling like I had 105-degree fever. My whole body was shaking. It was horrible. So yeah.
The worst for me is when I forget about it the next day and I step into the nice hot shower and it just hits the top of my head and I'm just
yeah. Yeah, that's the worst.
Anyways.
Who would have thought we would have been talking about this? Good Lord.
Danny does a couple bald dudes talking about our bald burned heads. Danny says, I keep aloe plants, break off the leaves, keep them in the fridge for burns. Takes the sting out. Lisa said, yep, he didn't listen to me about sunscreen.
I mean, I was
excited. I'm the same way.
I was excited. It was hot and I was in Florida and we stayed at a resort that my favorite show at the time was actually recorded at. So it was like this novelty thing. And the last thing I was thinking about was my head. So yeah, I'll never make that mistake again. I promise you.
I still can't accept how fast it happens. Like, it just seems like for my arms to get tan, it takes like 2 days of being in the sun. But the head is like 10 minutes.
I know.
It doesn't make any sense to me. So I was up at my parents' house. We were having a barbecue. And my stepmom was like, do you want some suntan lotion? I'm like, oh, it's fine for now. Nope. Nope.
I went a few days ago and I just had to get out of here. And I went to a park. And I sat in the middle of the park on a picnic table, again, at a picnic table with my laptop, and I'm writing scripts for videos. And I got some pretty good sun. Nothing extreme. Like, I can feel it, but it wasn't painful. But I got some. And it was a really cloudy day that day, which was weird. I was not expecting that.
No, you get some of the worst burns on Overcast because people don't expect it.
I know. And I know that now. You would think at 45, I would have known that already, but.
Bob Kaler with the $20 super chat says, my two favorite YouTubers. Thanks for all you do for the hobby. With the turd. Thank you, Bob Kaler. Nice. You do more for this hobby, I feel like, than I certainly do. I feel like I've been lacking. Like, I've been trying to think of things I could do for the hobby, and I just can't come up with anything. I think maybe because I'm just out here by myself and there's nothing to do, really. I don't know. Like, I want to do something, but I just can't. Like, what am I supposed to do for the hobby? I don't know.
Get on my what am I supposed to call it? Like my mission or whatever, the keep fish keepers fish keeping. That's just get on board with that, and there you can do your contribution to the hobby. That's what makes me feel good anyway.
I have no idea what you just said. Keep fish keepers fish keeping?
Come on, Bob. You don't know what I'm talking about. Have you watched a video of mine in the last 3 months?
I have, but now I feel like I haven't.
Well, no, it's something I talk about a lot in live streams. And I think I actually titled one of my live streams, Let's Keep Fish Keepers Fish Keeping. I'll go through the whole spiel. I'll make it quick. Don't worry. I am a firm believer, and I don't have any data to prove this, but it's just my opinion, and it makes me feel good to try to do something about it. I feel like there is a constant cycle of fish keepers leaving this hobby and new ones coming in. And I think it's always happening. It's always revolving. And I feel like the amount of fish keepers that are leaving the hobby compared to the new ones that come in we gain very few, if I'm making sense. So my mission is to keep the ones that are fish keeping because I believe that most people don't quit because it's too much work or it takes up too much space in their house. I think they quit because they're frustrated because their fish keep dying, or they keep getting ick, or their water's cloudy and they can't get it clear. So my mission is to keep fish keepers fish keeping. That way the hobby grows more. There you go.
So I get the mission, but I don't understand, like, what do I do to keep them keeping fish? Like, nobody comes to me and says, you know what? A couple of my fish died. I'm thinking of just tearing down my tank. And if they came to me and said that, then I could give them some, like, words of encouragement. But proactively, how do I keep people from leaving?
You do this by making videos that people who are frustrated with the hobby need. You do videos about how to correct simple disease problems, water problems, cloudy water problems. You solve the easy problems. See, that's the thing. I think so many YouTubers, you get into this game and you're starting to play and you're starting to build your channel, and I think they feel like they have to go, like, you have to keep going higher and higher and catering to more advanced fish keepers, which that's great, and you should certainly do that, but the newbies get left behind. My channel has always been known for catering to new fish keepers, and so taking a step back and making the videos for those new fish keepers that are struggling, that's how you do it. That's how you make your contribution. You think, what are some problems that new fish keepers are facing, and you address those in videos. You're welcome. I just got you 60,000 subscribers.
Well, I will say, like, obviously that makes sense, and I always think about things like that when people message me and be like, hey, do you have any videos on the nitrogen cycle? I'm like, no, because there's already like 10,000 videos on them.
See, that's your problem.
That is a problem. But when I do things like basic stuff, I just get tore apart, and it makes me not want to do it. So,
makes you get tore apart how? Like, people break your balls in the comment section?
Yeah, but I don't care about that. I mean, people complain all the time. I don't care about that. Like, as far as just like getting views, and I try to be like, well, this is for long term. Like, it's not going to get a lot of views right now, but in 2 years it'll have like 30,000 views. But it just doesn't happen.
Well, I mean, if you're trying to play the YouTube game, then building up that catalog of videos that are going to consistently get views, that's how you play the game.
It's true.
So, I mean, yeah, you don't put those videos out that day one get 100,000 views. I've never had a video do that. But long term, a year from now, the videos you're currently making and the ones you made a year ago, which are still getting views because it's a topic that's an evergreen topic, now you're building that snowball even higher. So there's your YouTube lesson for the day. And you know what?
Yeah. See what you started here. Look what Mike says. I'm getting frustrated, ready to quit, but a few Gary Lang rainbows given to me for free just might keep me going.
Well, you might have some of that. But I mean, do you think I'm wrong?
No, you're absolutely right.
Okay, good. Thank you.
I just don't know how. Like, if I was to make a video on a nitrogen cycle, I'd want it to be better than what's out there now, and I don't know that I can make one better or even come close to the videos that are already out there on nitrogen cycle.
See, you're one of those idiots that you want to make a video nobody else has ever made, and that's just dumb. You're killing yourself by doing that.
Well, not even that anyone else has done. It just I would like it to be at least somewhat on that level.
You just said I'm not going to make a video on the nitrogen cycle because there's probably 1,000 or whatever number you said videos that have already been done. Who cares? They haven't been done by you. I've got like 12 on my channel because every couple of years I redo it to add new things and have the new editing style and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, hey, you're helping out the hobby, so you're not hurting anything. And if you're making a video that somebody else has already done that topic, it wasn't you that did it, so it's yours. It's your style. And I really do think that you're kind of laid back, like, I really don't give a you-know-what, but here's my opinion. I think that resonates with people. I think a lot of people look at me and see me robotic in my 10 things videos and stuff like that. They say the same thing about Lisa. Oh, you guys seem like you're reading off a script. Well, newsflash, we are, but
yeah, no kidding.
It's you have more of a natural, just kind of like, hey, here's my thing. You know what I'm saying? And I think that resonates with a lot of people. So
maybe.
But what do I know? My channel's only tripled in size in the last year.
Yeah, what do you know? Get out of here.
That was the most arrogant statement I've ever made on YouTube, and I already regret saying that. I was just being silly.
It's a joke, people. I think we know. Fish Tank Barn with a $2 super chat says M&M's for Bob's nitrogen cycle video. Yep, Corey's nitrogen cycle video. There was something here. GRB Aquatics says, Bob, continue posting online bargains to help keep the cost down for aquarists and help keep them in the hobby. Yeah, the deals have been very sparse. Very sparse.
I've just become a huge fan of Elizabeth. I hope I'm saying the name right because she said listen to John. What is it?
Eliska.
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
it's Eliska or Eliska. I said it right once, and she said, yep, that's how you pronounce it. And then I think I've pronounced it wrong every time since.
Well, it's a beautiful name, and this is now my favorite person because it says, listen to John, Bob. He's right. Love when people tell me I'm right. So beautiful.
Hepa Aquatic says, Bob, to me, you do you. Wait. To me, you do you, and how you do you attracts your viewers. I've watched KG, King and Queen, DIY Corey, find the same thing but different presentations, and you get something else from it. Eliska says, I say it right. So, Eliska is what I'm going to go with. Hopefully it's not Eliska and it's a soft E. I don't know. Eliska. I've been saying it that way for a while, so that must be right. Don't be afraid to fail. Failing is the last thing I'm ever afraid of. I don't really care about failing at all. I've failed many times in my life, and I'll fail a lot more. I don't really care. I gave up on breeding fish, says Tiffany, until I found 2 babies in the sump. Then I figured it out with help of YouTube. There you go. Why we have multiple creators. Everyone has different audiences. Just got to create what makes you happy. If it has appeal, people will consume.
I've said it so many times on my channel. In fact, I think we said it. Lisa said it in last week's video. Hopefully this is not the only video you're going to watch on this topic. Hopefully you're going to go watch multiple others to get all of the different points of view and then take all of that information, put it together and form your own opinion. So, yeah.
What you just said just gave me my aha moment. My little light bulb went off. Because like when I look up how to do something on YouTube, I don't watch this one video.
Heck no.
I watch like 3, 4, 5 videos.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I'm doing something on my car and I need to know how to swap this out, I watch this video, I watch this video, and I watch this video.
You're welcome.
Just that comment made sense.
I feel, oh, you might need to take over, Bob, because, I might get a little emotional.
Fish Room Fever with the $2 super chat. To failing and carrying right on. Yeah. Trust me, when you've been as far down in the dirt as I have been, nothing really bothers you anymore. Bob is afraid of spiders and snot bubbles. That's not true. A man who can order a rack of ribs for dessert will never be considered a failure. Oh, man. That was so good, too. Eric Furlow with a $5 super chat. Bob, you should try to find an AMC Javelin for your car channel. They're an awesome classic. AMC is on the list. Multiple different models. But they are expensive. Renee says, I'm accidentally breeding bronze corridoras like rabbits. That is a great accident to have, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You can never go wrong. Anyways, you can never go wrong with breeding fish. Sorry, I got caught up in the comments, reading the comments. Bob Kaler says, I like to compare information on similarly titled videos. That's where I struggle, titling videos. I'm just like, it's the worst. I probably spend more time just staring at the screen when it comes to time to title a video.
There is nothing better than having an idea for a video and the perfect title just immediately comes to you, and then you can already see the thumbnail. It's a glorious, glorious thing. And then usually you put it all together and the video bombs, but it's still, it's a beautiful thing to think about. I've got one that I'm working on right now that was that way. I'm going to do our top 10 freshwater aquarium titans. And it's basically like our top 10 big fish, but I decided to use titans. And so immediately the idea of incorporating Thanos into the thumbnail was like a no-brainer to me. Like, okay, it's got to have Thanos in there with a fish. And so hopefully it all works out. We'll see. That'll probably bomb too, but we'll see. People like big fish, so.
They do. They definitely do. I'm getting more and more into the big fish bug, but I just don't have room for it. I want to get like those 700, 800 gallon tubs and get big fish, but I just don't have the room for it. Guppy Guru. Okay, go on.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm just going to knock out these super chats. Guppy Guru with $4 says, watch 1, it may go wrong. Watch 10, it will be a win. Jamie McDonald, thank you for the super chat. Guppy Guru. Jamie McDonald with the $5 super chat. John, Bob, and Candy as a mod, the second best stream ever. Do you know what the first one is?
Probably involving Corey.
Well, no, I was going to say the one with you and Candy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can't do much better than that.
That's just a guess, though. I don't know. I don't know what he considers to be the best. Mike says, I remember the other night when you was talking about making an aquarium out of a car. Get a pacer. Basically an aquarium on wheels. Yeah. That would be quite the project for sure.
Didn't the ATM guys do that? They did that with like some kind of panel car or something, didn't they?
The tanked guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I was told that they made one, but I never watched that show because it was terrible.
I liked, in every episode, I liked the first 10 minutes and the last 10 minutes. Everything in between to me was kind of like, okay, I don't need to see the practical jokes and the family arguing and all that kind of nonsense.
That's true to be said about almost any show of that
reality
type.
Shows. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I signed up for a free month of the Motor Trend channel, and I basically just watched the first 10 minutes and the last 10 minutes. Funny, I just got done watching Tank. They made a car tank on a couple episodes. Yep, that's what we're talking about. I don't think I've seen more than one episode. I watched one episode and I was just like, no. And then you read about all the fish dying, like what happened to what they did to Roman Atwood and killed all his fish, all that stuff. So
I mean, they're making a show, and I get it. And when that show first started, reality TV was super hot, and so I totally understand that. They did a lot of really impressive tanks, but when they started going like super extreme, like sailboat tanks and making tanks out of cars and pinball machines and all this nonsense, it was like, all right, that's too much for me. They made Tracy Morgan's basement into a freaking boat. Like, it was just so dumb. That's when I kind of lost interest in it. But just a big giant aquarium is all I want to see, not some stupid Captain Ahab ship in his basement. It just looks stupid. Sorry, Tracy. Love your comedy.
Sorry, not sorry. Jason, 500 pounds I just forked out for my L46 plecos. I hope I do them justice. Have either of you, Bob or John, owned zebras? I own a colony of about 6, 7, or 8, I don't know, it's been a while now, 6 to 8 zebra plecos. Never got them to breed, and so I sold them. I gave up. I failed.
I've never had them, so I failed. I failed to get them.
I kept one, though. It is in my rare pleco tank with an L397, L393, or no, L494. There's leopard frog plecos in there, longfin green dragon, all kinds of different plecos in there. So I kept one. I agree. I prefer to watch the building of the tanks and the shows on making cars rather than everything in the middle. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like the filler stuff is just the worst. Like the forced bad jokes. I can't stand it. The fake deadlines. Like, if we don't get this done in 2 weeks, well then, wait longer. Like, you have no choice.
I tell you, the only show, this has not got anything to do with fish tanks, but the only show where they did that and I actually watched all of it all the time was American Chopper.
I was going to guess that. I was going to guess it.
I don't know what it was about that family, but I could watch those idiots argue all day long. I don't know. I loved that.
I was going to guess that show too. I was going to guess it. Dang
it. When I was working in D.C., it came over our radio. The American Chopper, I was a police officer. The Orange County Chopper guys are bringing in their trucks, and they're going to park them at blah, blah, blah. And I heard that over the police radio, and I was like, oh my God, I have to go. And I went down there, and it was nobody from the show. I thought I was going to meet Paul, but they had all their trucks there. I don't know what they were doing there, but I thought I was going to. And that brings up something that I've always wondered about. You and I maybe have even talked about this before. There has to be like big time celebrities that watch our videos. There has to be. I mean, maybe not mine, maybe not yours, but fish keeping videos on YouTube. How come there hasn't been a YouTuber that has gone like to celebrities' houses to look at their aquariums? How come that hasn't happened yet? Or has it happened and I just haven't seen it?
I think you'd have to be a pretty big YouTuber to make that happen. Because I have messaged celebrities, whatever you consider to be a celebrity, and I've never gotten a response, except from Roman Atwood. He's the only person that's ever responded.
Well, that's a big get.
I don't know. I mean, how many celebrities are just going to let some random dude in their house?
Well, but listen, though, okay? Let's say Max Scherzer. Yeah, you don't follow baseball. Tom Brady, okay? It's as big as they get as far as celebrities go. If he was a fish keeper and obsessed over fish keeping, he'd probably watch videos on YouTube. And then one of us messages him, hey, I heard you have fish tank. We come on out? Why wouldn't he? I don't know. Maybe I'm just stupid. Maybe it's just wishful thinking.
If you're on Tom Brady's level, you're not watching YouTube videos. You're paying someone to take care of your tank for you.
Well, yeah, but if you still love the fish and you're into the hobby, you're into it, you're going to watch videos about it. Wouldn't you? I don't know.
Man, they just buy those big tanks. They just want sharks. They just want something that looks cool. They're not really into the hobby.
I don't know. Any celebrities watching? You live within 50 miles of where I live.
Are you kidding me? I would fly across the country for the right celebrity.
Oh yeah, I would too. Oh, all right. That brings up the question then. Who do you fly across the country for? Who would you do
Well,
that for?
you know, Mariah Carey has a fish tank, and I would go
That would
see
have been
her in a
cool
minute.
20 years ago.
It's still good, still good. I know for a fact that LeBron watches Bob's channel. I bet you that LeBron has watched some of Jimmy's videos.
Well, we know why that is, though.
I know, but still pretty cool. Regardless.
So who is it? You got to pick an athlete. You have to pick a musician, and you have to pick an actor. Actor doesn't matter whether it's.
I don't
movies.
even know who has fish tanks. The only person that came to mind was Mariah Carey. She's the only person I know that has a fish tank.
You don't have to know that they have a fish tank. Just anybody. Like, if this person was to message you, you would go.
Oh, Keanu Reeves for sure.
Oh, that's a great one.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
That's a great one. Yeah, got to give you that one. As a matter of fact, I'm quite jealous that you took that one.
I'm gonna Google it.
Celebrities
that own fish tanks.
I mean, can you imagine if it's all going to come up tanked? It's going to be like Tracy Morgan and
Chad Ochocinco. He'd be a cool person to meet.
I'm not traveling across the country then. Sorry, Ochocinco, you're a cool dude, but I'm not flying across the country.
I just like that he gives a lot of stuff away to people, so I respect that. Kanye West, Madonna, Usher, Steven Spielberg, Nelly, Steven Ireland. I don't even know who that is. Roy Williams. I don't know who that is. Oh, there's Mariah Carey.
How about that?
There's not some list. That's see, the hard part is going to be finding celebrities that'll be like, hey, check out my fish tank. Tracy Morgan, obviously Shaquille O'Neal.
I would fly across country for Shaquille O'Neal any day of the week. Absolutely.
You can ask him about the Tiger King.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, see, there's going to be a lot of people that I would never even think about that I would like. I don't know. Mike Tyson. You know, I'd be like, okay, yep, I'm on my way. I'll be there in 3 hours.
I would go to Steven Spielberg just to ask him why he thought it was necessary to ruin the Indiana Jones series. Just to troll him.
If I had the opportunity to meet Steven Spielberg, the last thing in the world I would want to do is insult him. So I don't think I would do that.
Why did you ruin one of my favorite series?
When it comes to actors, for me, the first two names that pop into my head that I would immediately be on a plane to go to them to see their aquariums. One of them, if Lisa's still watching, she's going to be really pissed that I pick him. But the other one, I don't think there'd be anybody that would argue with me. It would be Leonardo DiCaprio would be number one, and Lisa would hate that. So the next would be Robert Downey Jr. I would go to Robert Downey Jr.'s house in a heartbeat. And there's probably 1,000 more that I would get on a plane and go to. But
see, Bob Kaler says, Bob, I told your people to see my people. Yeah, see, I reached out to Bob Kaler and I got shut down instantly. He's like, dude, there's a long line of people ahead of you, brother. See, now people are like spitting out names, but I don't know if they're names of people that have aquariums or just names of people that they would go see if, like Kelly Clarkson. I would go hang out with Kelly Clarkson. I'd go hang out with Charlie Sheen just for the story. I'm sure you could get all kinds of weird stories from that dude.
I mean, I would just have too much anxiety getting ready to meet him. I mean, that would just be so, I don't know.
I guess it depends on where we meet. I'm not going to meet him at his local hangouts, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I love
That's not
Charlie
my scene.
Sheen. I love Charlie Sheen as an actor, but I just don't know that I would be like, yay, I'm going to his house. I don't know.
Bob Barker. Oh, I met Bob Barker. He's very nice. Yeah, he seems like a cool dude. Chris Rock. Yeah, I'd hang out with Chris Rock.
Definitely Chris Rock. I mean, as far as stand-up comedians go, I mean, good Lord, the list is long. I mean, Eddie Murphy, Jerry Seinfeld, Dave Chappelle, any of those guys call, I'm on a plane. I'm 45 minutes from the airport. I can be on my way. Be there whenever. But
Aquaball says he went to Shaq's house.
Oh.
Tow a golf cart. That would be a mighty big golf cart.
Can you imagine? As far as athletes go, I mean, the almighty number one has to be MJ. I mean, that's common sense, but yeah, it would have to be Michael Jordan, doesn't it? I mean, who else could it be, really? I'd love to hang out with Charles Barkley. I think that'd be a lot of fun. He was my favorite player back in those days. So that would be cool, but
Matthew Vargas says, or LeBron. I would ask LeBron, when do you think you'll reach the top 10 best players all time in the NBA?
Oh, you just started a whole Joe Rogan. That's a good pull. Bob doesn't like Joe Rogan anymore, but yeah, Joe Rogan would be a good one.
Yeah, Joe Rogan, he's got to earn my respect back after what he did.
The problem with somebody like a LeBron is you'd be going there and you'd be hanging out with him and all his people. You know, like you mentioned Keanu Reeves. I feel like if you went to Keanu Reeves' house, you'd knock on his door and he would answer. And he'd be like, hey, come on in. You know what I'm saying? And it would be you and him. And I don't mean for this to sound weird. I'm just saying, if you go to LeBron's house, there's going to be 19 people there. And it's going to be like, oh, LeBron's up in his bedroom. He'll be down in 45 minutes. I was like, I don't want all that. Come on. You're a basketball player. Give me a break. Am I making any sense? Maybe I'm making myself look like a jerk. I don't know.
No, I get it.
I just feel like if you went to Matt Damon's house, Matt Damon would answer the door. He wouldn't have 9 people there hanging out. You know, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Pete Rose. That would be fun.
That would be a lot of fun.
You know who I'm starting to like more and more is Jack Black. I was never a big Jack Black fan, but I started watching some of his YouTube videos, and it's kind of growing on me, not going to lie. If he had a fish tank, I would go.
I would get on a plane for Jack Black.
What we need to happen, what I need the Steenfott Shoal to do, is we need to compile a list of celebrities that have fish tanks, and then I will reach out to every single one of them. And I do know how to get a hold of celebrities, so I just need to come up with a list.
See, here's the thing. I also sell custom aquariums, see? So it doesn't even have to be a celebrity that has an aquarium. It could be one that wants an aquarium. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Joel says, why did you fall out of Joe Rogan, Bob? For reasons I cannot say on this stream.
Yeah, don't go there.
Nope, never. Aquaball says, what was that?
I'm really happy for Joe Rogan and the whole Spotify thing. I think that's a big move for us content creators. I think that's a big deal.
It's kind of like when Howard went to Sirius.
That's exactly what I used to describe it. It's one of those things. A lot of people are going to be upset about it. You know, day one, it's like, oh no, I don't have my Joe Rogan anymore.
And I've said this before. His producer used to follow me on Twitter, but I have since deleted my Twitter.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's a shame. Yeah, I would fly out for Joe Rogan. Joe, you want a fish tank in your little studio there? I'm your guy. Come on, just let me know. I'm on my way.
See, I think Aquaballs has the hookup. He says he used to work in Hollywood. That's why he's met so many actors.
Okay. Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert Downey Jr. Just let me know when they want me to be there, and I'll be on my way. Leonardo DiCaprio, that's a walking party right there. I mean, I don't know if I could hang with him either, but Robert Downey Jr., that's another one I feel like.
Leonardo would be like your LeBron James situation. Someone else would answer the door.
I think you're right. I think people like him and like Mark Wahlberg. I mean, the show Entourage is based on Mark Wahlberg's life. I mean, there's some that would have a constant group of people around them, but I wouldn't want to go to those people. I would want Keanu Reeves to answer the door. That would make it. That'd be a big deal for me.
Rose Aquatics said, if I had Matthew McConaughey alone, well, I'm not going to say what I would do. Let's just not get weird here, people. Jarvis would answer the door.
I had a family member meet him at an ice cream shop. just out of nowhere. They're in an ice cream shop in Virginia, and Matthew McConaughey walks in with his family. I think he was filming The Lincoln Lawyer, I think is when he was making that movie, which was a really good movie. Yeah, he just walked in. He's something.
All right, we're going to go 13 more minutes, making it even 2 hours. Just give people heads up. 13 more minutes.
Had a friend deliver some art to Leo DiCaprio. He was home alone and super down to earth. Well, see, there is hope. Leo, just look me up, man. Come on.
All right, I take back everything I said.
You don't even have to message me on Facebook. I'll give you my number. It's fine. You can just call me. We can talk and get you that tank in your house.
Eliska says, yeah, I did say I would love to go to Mariah Carey's house. So I just started, but...
Now, see, Mariah Carey's not home alone. She's got 12 people there. Her hairdresser's there. Her stylist is there. Her publicist is there. Come on.
And you know she has like 18 ankle biters. I'd be miserable.
Yep. I would love that part of it. I would have more fun with the ankle biters than I would anything else. It would be all the hangers-on that would bother me.
Fish Tank Barn lives next to Kid Rock. Oh, a couple towns north.
Kid Rock, now there's a party.
Yeah, that's the party I would not go to.
You see, we didn't discuss musicians. Musicians would be really, really difficult. That'd be really hard. For me, it would probably be Maynard James Keenan. That just because I feel like I could spend 5 hours just listening to that man speak.
Who?
Maynard James Keenan. He is the singer of Tool and A Perfect Circle. And you want to hear somebody philosophize, just type in his name. He's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, man.
Well, Renee D, welcome to the Steenfott Shoal. I appreciate it. Thank you. That's number 3 for the night. Far above my average.
Was it 3? I thought it was 4. Pretty sure it's 4.
Is it 4?
I think it's 4.
Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there you go.
See, I don't know if I said it before, but Will Smith is another one that would be awesome. But I think he's got the 9 or 10 people in his house. Because not only does he have his entourage, but then there's Jada's entourage and the son, whatever his name is. And so, yeah, there'd be like 64 people.
I don't know. He's kind of grounded, though. I don't know if he would. But maybe like 10, 20 years ago. But I don't know. I feel like today he's pretty grounded.
Have you watched his videos? He's got people everywhere all the time.
Well, for videos, yeah. T-Shot says, lost my betta last night. Fish comment. To Dropsy. That sucks. Sorry about that. But now I have an empty 10-gallon tank. Ideas for a 10-gallon. I'm tempted to try it. German Blue Rams. I don't know that I would go German Blue Rams. I would go Rainbow Fish.
I am so shocked.
But do Pseudo McGills. They're so awesome. We need more Pseudo McGills in the hobby. The little dwarf rainbow fish. They're amazing. They're super fun to watch. Insanely active. So, yeah, that would be my suggestion.
Celestial Pearl Danios.
No. Get something that you'll see that'll be out all the time.
CPDs, you'll see them. And they're really small. You can get a whole bunch of them. You'll be fine. Willie Nelson is a good pick. That's a real good pick. Yeah. I mean, if we're talking old school people, for me, it would probably be more like Billy Joel or Elton John. But because Elton John, I mean, come on. There's not going to be a dull moment around that guy. And Billy Joel, I've always loved Billy Joel.
I don't know that I could pick a musician.
It's really hard. It's really, really hard.
I swear though, I am definitely going to find a list, and not just celebrities that were on Tanked. I don't want to go look at tanks because they're hideous.
Yeah.
But somewhere you got to be able to find something, and it may just be. I'll have to start off with like B-list actors. Kind of work my way up, maybe.
Now, see, if I'm flying across the country, it's an A-lister at least. It has to be. It has to be an Affleck. It has to be a Matt Damon, a Robert Downey Jr., Leo DiCaprio.
Yeah, but see, your channel
Jamie
has
Foxx.
tripled in size over the last year. You have that kind of clout. I don't.
Yeah, that's true. I'm so much more big time than you are. Sure. Somebody said the boss. That's a good bit. I bet you that would be a guy that would answer the door. I think Springsteen would answer the door and be like, "You want a glass of water?" You know, I feel like the boss would answer the door.
T-Shaw says, how many of those dwarf rainbows would fit in the 10-gallon? Oh, man. You could probably do like 8. I'd probably do like 8. Renee says, I really think Kelly Clarkson would entertain the idea of getting a tank. Well, Renee, why don't you reach out? Do you know her? I feel like
I've seen her put that comment up like 4 times, so she must be either Kelly Clarkson's biggest fan or knows her.
I feel like between all of your subscribers and my subscribers, there's got to be at least one person that knows a celebrity.
That's what I was saying before. Or there's got to be one that actually watches. There has to be. I'm not saying they're watching this stream right now. They got important stuff to do, like prepare for acting or whatever. But I'm just saying there has to be celebrities that have watched our videos before. My channel has a lot of views. So does yours. One of those views at least is from an A-list celebrity.
Do we just need to make a video? Celebrities, watch this video. And leave a comment.
I thought about, like, I'll go to spring training this year and I'll go to all my favorite Nats players. Like, hey, have you ever thought about getting an aquarium? And maybe I could work something out with custom aquariums and, and go there and do it all on film and stuff like that. It'd be awesome. They just won the World Series. I mean, that would make it even better, which you don't even know because you don't watch baseball because you're stupid. But we didn't go. So kind of nipped that in the bud.
Lumpy Dog says, the cast of Saved by the Bell, I would hang out with AC Slater or Zach Morris.
Zach Morris all day long. Yeah, no doubt. The damn Screech, forget about him.
But, yeah, that guy's a tool. But AC Slater, like, he's big in jiu-jitsu.
You know who, speaking of people from, God, this is actually going back farther than Saved by the Bell, but I spent a little bit of time professionally, like as a security escort. Putting the word escort in there was the wrong choice, but with Ricky Schroeder from Silver Spoons. Super, super good guy. Awesome. Prefers to be called Rick. That came out of his mouth. Yeah, he's a good guy. I'll give him a call. Maybe see if he wants a fish tank. Definitely not an A-lister, though. But he's an A-lister in my book because of Silver Spoons. So,
one of Bob's subscribers is secretly a celebrity with a YouTube name on the down low.
Has to be. 41,000 out of 41,000 people. Are you trying to tell me there's not at least one professional athlete or musician, platinum selling musician or actor? Come on. There has to. That's 41,000 people.
Well, you know what's probably happened is I've probably had some type of celebrity or athlete, and then I talk crap about them like I always do, and they were like, unsub.
Yeah, the guys from Disturbed. I'll never be able to go to their house because of you.
Yep.
I'm going to tell you a funny story. I don't think I've ever told it. I know everybody's calling me an escort now. I know that got weird, but I didn't mean it. I had to escort him because I was security. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, we did this thing with our website. We were trying to figure out the best way to do shipping. And shipping was costing us a fortune, and it was a nightmare. So what we ended up doing was we had people place the order on the website, and then I would get the notification. They wouldn't be charged anything, but I would get the notification. I would then calculate shipping to their house, and I would send them an invoice through PayPal. Okay? And it was a system that worked really well until people figured out, oh, I can just place an order and nothing really happens. I got an order from Elvis Presley. I got an order from another person that was dead. I don't remember who it was, but the very first one that ever came through, I didn't realize that this was happening yet. Like I hadn't received a fake order yet. The first fake order I got was from Vince Vaughn. And I remember going to Lisa like, oh my God, like this is our break. This is a big deal. Vince Vaughn just ordered $500 worth of fish. Like maybe I'll just take him to his house. This is going to be the most amazing thing ever. And I prepared this like email, like at the very end, of course I had to mention, hey, I am a big fan, and I never got a response. But it's 10 o'clock at night. It was some asshole trolling me. It was probably you, Bob, but it was somebody trolling me, just putting in a fake order under the name Vince Vaughn. But man, I was excited.
We had Gary Busey? Is that no? Nick Nolte, the guy from 48 Hours, Another 48 Hours. Nick Nolte, right?
Yeah.
He showed up at one of our stores, and so he was in like the big expensive showroom, the home theater showroom, right, in the store. And nobody wanted to go talk to him. Nobody knew who he was, but he just reeked. Like he smelled so bad, and he was dressed like he'd just been sleeping on the street for like 2 weeks, right? So nobody knew who he was. Nobody would go talk to him. And then finally I was like, you need to get in there and talk to him. You talk to everyone, right? Don't prejudge, blah, 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 blah. Well, of course, they found out it was Nick Nolte. He just got back from a fishing expedition from like 2 weeks, and he ended up spending like $30,000 on a home theater system.
Wow.
So the moral of the story is never prejudge people.
Nice. When I used to work do you remember Circuit City?
Yeah, I used to work there.
Okay, I did too. When did you work there?
Late 90s?
Okay, that's when I was there. Did you see the Bill Gates video?
Not offhand, I don't remember.
And I don't know. I mean, it might even have been fake. I don't know. But it was like a training video along the exact same lines of what you were talking about, where they showed a customer, kind of a nerdy looking guy, walking around. And it might have been even near you, that he's walking around the store and nobody wanted to go up and help him. And finally somebody did, and he ended up buying like 11 big screen TVs, and it was Bill Gates. And there was actually like security video footage of it, but you couldn't really tell if it was Bill Gates, but they were like, that's Bill Gates. I don't know. It might've been something completely fabricated that they were just using for a story, but that was the story that they told. Don't ever judge somebody just because they're not wearing fancy clothes or something. They still might have $100 billion.
Well, it's true in every aspect in life, though, not just retail.
I mean, I had that happen to me many, many times at Circuit City, where the guy's there in crappy clothes, looks like he just fell out of the back of a dump truck, and he buys the most expensive item in the store. I mean, it happened all the time.
Yep. Remote lookup Gary Busey. I have no idea what that means. I miss Circuit City. Yeah, I was there when Circuit City went after Future Shop and put Future Shop out of business. That's when I worked there.
Okay. Yeah, see, when I was there in 97, and I don't even know that there was such thing as like Best Buy and all that yet, or if they were, they hadn't really blown up yet. But it was pretty much Best Buy that put them under.
Yeah, well, all the executives from Circuit City went to work for Best Buy. That's how that happened.
That makes sense.
Yep. But anyways, 7 o'clock. I'm going to call it quits. Got a lot of people to thank, though. Let's run down this list. Fish Tank Barn, Bob Kaler's, Fish Room Fever, The Dude Abides, Dude Fish, Dragon Lair, Mr. Zen, Death by Fish Tanks, Fantastic Freaks, Lisa, Carrie, HEPA Aquatics, Bentley Pascal, Flynn's Fish Forums, The Zen Ginger, Curtis Schindler, Boss Hog, Eric, Furlow. Oh man, there's a lot of people. Katie's Living the Dream, Mattman B. A lot of multiples, so thank you. Jamie McDonald and River Life. I'm sorry, buddy. He had a super chat towards you, and you were talking, so I didn't do it. John, you shouldn't have. We love you. $10. from Rack.
Oh, I know what that's about. Cool. Excellent. We sent him something similar to what we sent you, Bob, so.
Yep. You shouldn't have.
Well,
But anyways, thanks for coming on.
Oh, hey, no problem. It was fun. It was a good time. We barely talked about fish, which means I had a good time.
I try to keep it kind of 50-50 because I know, I think people don't realize how much we talk about fish. So when we get a chance to not talk about fish, it's kind of like, kind of like a breath of fresh air.
Yep.
And it's
when
not
you're
like
a YouTuber,
it definitely has nothing to do
you're
with us
never
not
off
liking
work.
fish.
Oh yeah. I mean, when you're a YouTuber, you're never off work. So you're always obsessing over fish videos and all of this kind of stuff. So it's nice to talk about things that are not fish.
So, yep, I just want to say I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate all the mods, everyone that watched, thumbs up, thumbs down, commenters, the new members, the super chatters. You all mean a great deal to me. And I will be... Oh, and Katie's Living the Dream. I will send you your gift card code tonight. I believe I have your email because you made an order. So, yeah, I'll send that to you. And I think that's it. See you Thursday for both of our streams. Your stream is at what time?
9 o'clock Eastern.
And mine
your
is
time.
9 o'clock a.m. Pacific. All right. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.